morning to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. It is Thursday, December 11th at 8 p.m. and we are here tracking the latest on flooding impacts affecting thousands across Western Washington. We're live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, and the King 5 Plus app, which of course you can always download for free in your app store, the King 5 Plus app, and you can watch all of our content streaming live 24/7 on King 5 Plus, all of that for free. Right now, we're tracking several communities in Whatcom County who are under evacuation concerns as the Nooksack River continues to flood. Residents in Sumas, Nooksack, and Everson have been told to leave by Whatcom County Emergency Management. Parts of Marietta and Ferndale are being evacuated as well. King 5's Alex McClune has more from Sumas.
We're gonna drop this end down.
A group of high schoolers is grateful to be out of harm's way.
I've got family and friends that have to deal with all this.
I've got family in Everson and in Sumas with flooding.
Tanner Swinburne and Weston Sigmund live just outside the Sumas flood zone.
Dude, this one's getting close.
And are stepping in to sandbag wherever they can.
We did 10,000 there, but yeah, just trying to help as best we can.
Blocks away, downtown Sumas is underwater. Businesses, streets, and parking lots. The city is mostly an island, with the only way in from Canada. The teens are trying to shore up the house of a sheriff's deputy.
Hello.
How's it going? We have a bunch of sandbags.
The cruiser and other cars are taking on water in the driveway.
I think they wanted some. It just sucks. It's sad to see that people's homes are filled with water and potentially have to move out and start again.
It's a repeat of 2021 when the city saw its worst flood ever.
That one was pretty bad. There was about 3 to 4 feet of water, just still water in people's homes. So I got to help out with that one and did the best I could.
County officials say this week is starting to look worse after water rose over levees and damaged a dike.
I know that the community would do the same for me if I ever was in the same scenario.
Tanner says his uncle just rebuilt his house nearby.
We have 3 sandbags left. You guys want them?
And is one of the many families watching what happens over the next week.
I hear the flood alarm going off all day here. It's a warning that not many people listen to. According to the mayor, he tells me that people stayed home and a rescue boat helped people trapped in their homes to a shelter at a local high school. In Sumas, Alex McClune, King 5 News.
We'll continue to keep a close eye on that community. Around 75,000 people are under evacuation orders in Skagit County. If you live in upriver communities, including Hamilton and Concrete, and downriver portions of Burlington, Mount Vernon, and LaConner, you're being asked to evacuate, not return home until officials deem it safe. Years old is holding, but concerns over the dike's stability have rattled residents in Skagit County. North Bureau Chief Eric Wilkinson has the latest from Skagit County.
There are more than 100 people, about half of them kids, staying at this one Red Cross shelter alone, and the agency is making plans to open a third if necessary as the fallout from this storm continues. Dan French brought his wife, 2 daughters, and 5 cats to this shelter overnight. His home is dry for now, but he's not taking any chances.
When they get up to that point where they're saying, we recommend you evacuate, we're not one of those stubborn people that sticks around.
The Skagit River rose 2 feet overnight, but the crest upriver in Concrete was below what was expected. That's good news for all those living downriver, where the Skagit will push the aging dike system to its limits, possibly beyond. Temporary berms built over the past 24 hours shore up the system, allowing Dike Commissioner Jason Vanderkoy a moment to exhale.
But still not to the point where I'm going to just go home and take a nap.
Vanderkoy and his teams are continuously patrolling the dike system, looking for any breaches.
So by tomorrow morning, this water will be right up to the top.
But while the river is no longer expected to rise to a worst-case scenario, the current scenario still isn't good.
When that pressure builds up, water wants to equalize, and it'll find ways
underneath the dike.
or over the dike. On Friday, the Skagit is expected to top lower parts of the system west of Highway 20 by as much as 6 feet. Meantime, crowds gather in downtown Mount Vernon to take in the spectacle. The flood walls installed in 2018 in place. The worst of the flooding still to come.
I pray to God nobody gets hurt. I pray to God nobody's property is overly damaged, but what a cool event to be able to see firsthand.
Emergency officials say it'll be about 7 a.m. Saturday before they can be sure the threat here in Skagit County is over. In Mount Vernon, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
And I want to show you now the latest information on the status of flooding up to the north. I'm going to actually put my computer on your screen right now so you'll be able to see what I'm clicking actively right now. So let's take a look at that as we speak. So this is the Northwest River Forecast Center. This is a website that has the very latest on the status of these rivers that are cresting. I do want to show you where Eric just reported from. This is the Skagit River near Mount Vernon. I want to take it full screen. I'm going to zoom it in for you. And you can see this black line across the top is the record. This vertical line down the middle is where we are right now. So it looks like we are right on the cusp of that record as we speak, and it is only going to continue to rise into our early morning hours tomorrow. So that Skagit River in Mount Vernon is expected to crest overnight tonight, and then by the end of the day tomorrow is when it will start to decrease. So we're going to keep a close eye on that community. I do want to also quickly stay up to the north, and I want to show you another river. This is the Nooksack River at Ferndale. This is another river we're watching right now for current cresting. So as of right now, it is on the rise. You can see same thing, this vertical line right here indicating where we are right now. This pink line indicating major flood stage. We're right on the cusp of that major flood stage, and we look to hit it tonight in our early morning hours. So we are going to keep a close eye on those rivers as we watch them continue to rise. So just because some people may have rivers in their community that have hit their crest already and are on the decline, that is not the case for every river. Every river is on a different timeline as we look forward. Earlier today, Governor Bob Ferguson was in Skagit County as well, where those tens of thousands of people have been asked to evacuate. He calls the situation Washington faces extremely unpredictable. That's where we find King 5's Natalie Swaby, who is tracking the evacuations and how officials are responding from there.
Here in Snohomish County, you can see where water is creeping toward properties along Pioneer Highway, where barricades now block the road. Officials warn this flooding situation could turn catastrophic. Across Washington,
And it's so sad to see all the damage it's done.
neighbors describe a nerve-wracking nightmare that refuses to end.
I know this whole area was flooded this morning. Gas station across the street is, well,
His broom is no match for the fast-moving water.
I cannot clean over there, my friend.
Across the street, more trouble strikes a familiar target.
Taj, unfortunately, they always get flooded no matter what. It's really sad to see it.
So already water is inside.
This restaurant owner surrenders, closing up shop for the day.
So I'll come back tomorrow.
And not far from here, it's even worse.
Savannah is very bad.
This water can be deadly, so.
Near his home, emergency crews barricade the road.
A lot of people, you just see them driving right through there.
State leaders are urging drivers to not cross closed routes and to follow emergency orders.
We were very blessed. We didn't have any evacuations up in Darrington.
But in Skagit County, tens of thousands are facing evacuation orders.
I just want to emphasize that if you have instructions to evacuate from your local authorities, please, please, please evacuate. You know, your life is extremely important to us.
That urgent message as rivers continue to pose a threat.
All indicators that we had was it was going to greatly exceed.
The obstacles are still here as water devours roads.
Getting into the restaurant, you might need a kayak or a boat, you know?
I got waterfront property today, right?
Some are finding ways around the chaos.
The worst didn't happen, actually. So, yeah, I'm feeling like it's going to get better.
While others are ready for a break.
Man, I hope it's over. I hope so. But you never know, it's Washington.
Another impact from the flooding, overnight the number of road closures doubled. There's now 30 routes impacted across the state. In Snohomish County, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Parts of Snohomish County are facing evacuations. Areas in Sultan, the Tualco Valley, and EB Island near Everett have all been told to leave at times today because of this flooding, and they're asked to not return until told to do so. Ray Olson sent this video in of flooding in Snohomish from the Snohomish and Pilchuck rivers. This was taken at 1 p.m. today, and you can see just how much water there is over there. I do want to show you that map one more time. I just showed you up to the north. We were in Whatcom and around Skagit County as well. I want to go to Snohomish County, and same thing. I'm going to show you my computer live, and I want to click around this website with the very latest information as we keep a close eye on the Snohomish River, which is also hitting its crest as of right now. So here, let me show you my computer live right now. This is the same map, but we're going to take you to Snohomish County at this point. This is the Snohomish River in the city of Snohomish, and this is the latest from there. This is the vertical line, same thing, where we are right now. This black line is that record. We are above the record as we speak, this line right here. And you can see we're going to stay there. We're kind of flattening out, staying just above that record through our overnight hours. And then during the day tomorrow, we'll start to decrease. But we're going to stay in major flood stage through most of tomorrow. This is once again the Snohomish River in the city of Snohomish. Now I want to take you to the Snohomish River in Monroe, so just a couple miles away nearby the city of Monroe. A similar situation. Right now we are at the crest for the Snohomish River in Monroe, and it is expected to decline during the day tomorrow, but staying same situation, staying in that major flood stage through tomorrow, so through Friday. So all of that to say we are not out of the clear yet. I do want to show you some video of the Skykomish River from earlier today in Monroe. This is the river that's just beneath the bridge that feeds you onto 203. That's the bridge that gets you into Monroe. You can see there's people up on the bridge, but the bridge was shut down at last check. That area under the bridge typically is walkable. There's a parking lot over there, so you can see just how much the flooding is impacting that area as well. Also, Chehalis saw heavy rain totals from the atmospheric river, topping monthly totals in just a few days. That is a common trend around the region. This led to the Chehalis River to rise rapidly, as did many, prompting the rescue of a woman and 3 children. Here's King 5's Drew Mickelson with how that rescue unfolded.
Erica Woolen lives here in Thurston County. She's been seeing all the warnings about high water. She knows better than to drive through standing water. She's very embarrassed, but she said she wanted her story told as a warning to other drivers and as a thank you note to the strangers who saved her family.
I was just taking them all out to the show.
She was trying to be the cool aunt.
Trying to just have a nice family evening.
Erica Woolen and her sister's kids, 19-year-old Giovanni Frank, his 12-year-old brother Gabriel, and their 10-year-old sister Liliana were all headed to the old Satsupp nuclear power plant site to check out a holiday laser light show.
We had gone through some patches where there was water on the roadway, and there was someone directly in front of me, and he was doing just fine. Well, failed to take into account that he's like in a monster truck, essentially.
Aunt Erica didn't see any road closed signs and thought she'd get through the flooded Chehalis River, but when her car started taking on water, it shut down.
I panicked, and I couldn't get my windows down because the car was off, and so I opened the door, and water was already coming in, but it just flooded in like up to our chests.
They all got out into the freezing water, and it had just turned dark.
Giovanni's carrying Liliana. Me and Gabriel are walking towards a truck that I don't know who's in there. I'm just hoping that it's a good person, and thankfully it was an amazing person. And he just opened his doors, let us in, didn't even ask us any questions, and just started taking us back to where there was dry land.
Neighbors helped Woolen salvage her car. Her husband, Mark, couldn't quite get it to start today, but they're hoping it can be repaired. They're so grateful.
A community of total strangers. Just, I don't have enough kind things to say about the Satsup's community.
While they're still shaken up, the family survived with no injuries or hypothermia. And Aunt Erica still got the kids to the laser show.
10 years from now, we'll be sitting around and it'll be a funny story about how Aunt Erica accidentally took you swimming. Yeah, in December.
Aunt Erica later found out that the road had been closed, but apparently the road closed signs had washed away. In Thurston County, Drew Mickelson, King 5 News.
And it is incredible to see the stories of people coming together to help those in need through all of this flooding. Speaking of road closures, we are watching major road closures across the region as a result of this storm. Debris flows is a huge problem across the region because of the rain and the cascades. Eastbound I-90 and Blewett Pass are both back open now after closures. I-90 was closed for a full day. If you want to see the latest on road closures, you can text the word closures to 206-448-4545. That's the word closures with an S to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a link to your phone and you can take a look at the very latest on road closures. Now we want to get to new video just into our newsroom. This is from the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office. A debris flow in Cleellum destroyed the first floor of a home. My goodness. You can see the path of the slide there. The Sheriff's Office reminds residents to be safe and exercise caution, and these debris flows can be so dangerous. So if you are in an area that is prone to debris flows or it has an elevated risk right now, especially those burn scars, you want to listen to your local authorities and get out if they advise you to. Of course, we encourage you to keep an eye on river levels and the risk they pose in your local community. We're doing our best to cover as many areas as possible, but as we know in Western Washington, it's why we love it so much here. There are so many rivers. If you want to check it out for yourself and keep an eye on your neck of the woods, you can text the word river, R-I-V-E-R, to 206-448-4545. It's the same phone number that you can text closures to. This time it's river though, and we'll send you a link to the website that I've been showing you that has the very latest information on those river levels, the crest timeline, the major flooding status. You can keep an eye on your area to make sure you and your family stay safe. And as we continue to follow the impact of the devastating floods across Western Washington, King 5 is activating Northwest Response in partnership with the American Red Cross. King 5 has a long history of partnering with the American Red Cross to support the community in times of need. Please join King 5 in supporting their efforts and donating to Northwest Response. All donations will help people affected by this flooding and enable the Red Cross to respond to the devastating destruction the floods are bringing to homes, businesses, and communities. The Red Cross cannot accept donations of clothes and other items, but they are in need of cash donations. Any amount is helpful as they provide assistance to families that have been displaced or impacted by these floods. You can donate through our Northwest Response page on king5.com. We are going to take a quick break. We will be right back and continue to monitor the status of river flooding.
New data about safety and effectiveness can come to light. The FDA keeps track of that new data, which can come from patients, drug makers, or healthcare professionals, and may include information about negative reactions to prescriptions. Based on this information, the FDA may recommend that the drug maker update the drug labeling by adding warnings or updated dosage information. Changes could also include the FDA requesting a drug recall. Find the answers at fda.gov/drugs.
Welcome back. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. We are live online right now, keeping an eye on this incredibly impactful weather hitting western Washington. An atmospheric river is finally starting to taper off tonight, but we continue to monitor the impacts in the form of rivers on the rise and debris flows across the region. I want to show you some of the rainfall totals that we've seen from this storm. It has been incredible, to say the least. These are some rainfall totals from the storm. Now, this is starting technically Sunday, but most of it started on Monday. So this is essentially 3 and some change days rainfall total. This, in many cases, is surpassing what we would typically see in the entire month of December. So a closer look at that, you can see Skykomish picked up more than 13 inches of rain. Cougar Mountain, more than 10. Of course, higher elevations see more rain oftentimes, and actually many of our mountains saw anywhere from 12 to even surpassing 16 inches of rain, close to 1.5 feet of rain in the span of just a couple days. Marble Mount picked up more than 10.5 inches, Forks close to 7 inches, Olympia a little more than 6 inches. That's the monthly total with this storm alone. Enumclaw has seen 5.5 inches of rain, and those are totals as of this morning, storm totals. We still have a couple light showers out and about. This is a look at this evening. Hit and miss showers, but they're so light in nature. Much more calm compared to the heavy rain we've seen this week. Into tomorrow, we're going to start to dry things out. This is tonight. A few lingering showers still stick around, but tomorrow during the day will be dominated by cloud cover. A couple sun breaks mixed in the lowlands, and we do still have some showers that are out and about over the peninsula mostly, but everybody could see a couple stray showers during the day tomorrow. We are going to enjoy a well-deserved break in the active weather. In fact, as we take a look into Saturday, we actually could see the sun come out. We have a brief period of high pressure that builds over the region. Enjoy it while you can, everybody, because things are changing once again into next week in the form of more wet weather. This is Sunday morning. A couple light showers are sneaking in. The stronger chance for rain arrives Sunday night into Monday. Here we are, Monday afternoon, the Pacific Northwest looks to get drenched once again, and that wet pattern looks to continue into Tuesday and even Wednesday as well. So all of that to say, right now, we're nearing the end of the active rainy period, but we still have rivers that have yet to hit their crest. I showed you that earlier. But what I want everybody to keep in mind is that we're going to watch these rivers recede, but even when they start to recede, they're full. We've filled them up this week. And so when we have more rain that moves in, the next couple of storms are going to be more impactful than they would have if they were isolated. But we pair them with this very wet week. The ground is already saturated. That is going to lead to increased risk for debris flows with just a little more rain. Rivers could rise back up to action stage and major flood stage as we head into next week and the next couple of storms. This is going to be something we continuously keep an eye on. This storm is going to have semi-long-term effects on our rivers and debris flow concerns moving forward. I do want to show you, I've been mentioning this, but we have our website. You can text the word rivers to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a link to this website. But I do want to pop my computer back up one more time and click through with our final few minutes and show you some of the rivers that I'm also keeping an eye on still tonight. So this is my computer screen right here that you're looking at. Another river that I want to mention is the Cedar River. The Cedar River is also yet to crest. This is a look at the timeline, this black line along the top showing the record, this line vertical here showing where we are right now, and we have yet to crest. Still another half a foot to a foot is on the way into tonight, and we are going to see that crest happening in our early morning hours tomorrow. So once again, that's the Cedar River at Renton. There's a couple other rivers that we've been keeping an eye on. The Green River near Auburn. I want to show you this one. I think this is really interesting here because what I'm seeing is, first of all, we've kind of ping-ponged around that moderate flood stage, but we actually don't see the river recede even into next week. As many of our rivers go down below action level in the next couple of days, but that's not the case with the Green River near Auburn. It stays at that moderate flood stage, which is about where it's crested this week. So that's a good thing to keep in mind if you're down in Auburn. That's the Green River that we're monitoring. Let's see, a couple other rivers that we're keeping an eye on. Let's see, where is the Let's see here. Nisqually River is at that flood level stage as well. Puyallup River at Puyallup. Let's go there now. You can see that it hit a third crest. Actually, just recently in the last couple of hours, the Puyallup River hit another crest, and it's on its way down, and it will drop below flood stage as we look forward. I want to also go to the Snoqualmie Valley, just because this is one we've been covering pretty heavily. Snoqualmie Valley, Snoqualmie River at Carnation, what you're seeing here, we just hit the crest today. It's starting to decline. That will continue into our overnight hours, but we're staying in the major flood stage through a good chunk of tomorrow. Looks like the Snoqualmie River did not quite hit that record. I believe the record was 2009 for this region, but still incredibly impactful conditions. And what we're seeing is that as these roads are getting impacted and flooded over, even if it isn't the highest flooding or the worst flooding we've seen, if it's impacting roads, it's keeping people isolated. They can't get out of their communities. It's what's leading to rescues. And so it's so important to take heed of these warnings and listen to them and take action if you need to. You don't want to be that person that gets stranded. One more time, 206-448-4545. That's our text line. You can text the word closures for the latest on closures. You can text the word river, and we'll send you a link to this website to keep an eye on. Please check it before you go to bed tonight and as we head into the next couple of days and next week with wet weather returning. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. Thanks for sticking with me for the last half hour. We'll be back live tonight on King 5 News, King 5 Plus streaming as well. Stay safe, everybody.